Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Christy and I have a small sticker shop. I sell sticker sheets, die-cut stickers and prints and more stationery bits. Today I wanted to talk to you about my first 2022 quarter recap. It's actually the first year that I'm doing this type of reflection on what I'm actually doing and accomplishing, and it's been such a helpful exercise that I thought I would share with you. So before, I've always heard of people doing this kind of things, and I always thought like, oh my gosh, they must be so organized. They are on top of their calendars, they have everything together basically. And I actually never thought I'd be here. But in 2022, I decided that my main goal for the year, a bit of a personal goal, but obviously it's for my business. So one of my main goals was to grow Full Bloom & Co. to where I could rely on it for a little bit of an income. That being said, I still want to grow my art as I go, and I do think it's possible to do both at the same time. So yeah, I started January with this mindset of I'm gonna do everything I can with my free time to grow Full Bloom. And growing, unfortunately, is always connected to growing your audience, right? Like, we are always thinking about, I have to grow my following, I have to be on all the platforms, I have to do all the things. But you can't. Realistically, you can't be everywhere, and platforms have different algorithms. We've been finding out that what works on Instagram Reels doesn't work on TikTok, and vice versa. Platforms are just built for a different type of product and video and audience, I guess, even though we might all be on both. You probably know that you don't go on TikTok for the same type of content that you go for on Instagram or on Pinterest or etc. So I started my year, and this is where we kind of start my recap. I started the year joining a small business marketing community. I'm just gonna go through my notes. So joining the small business community triggered a few major things that I attribute to growing. First being, I started heavily monthly planning. When I say heavily, I don't mean it was exhausting and it was unbearable and it was too much and too rigid. What I mean is, I just started laying the ground for what I'm doing in the next 4 weeks, let's say. So at the start of every month or at the end of the previous month, we have a strategy session where we kind of sit down and have a preview of our calendar, the meetings we're gonna have with this group and everything, and then we have kind of a get to work co-session, a co-working session basically on Zoom, where we do our own work in terms of planning. And that's very important because I need accountability. That's also one major thing that this group brought me. I need to be on my computer on a Zoom call with other people that are doing the same work as me in order to make it happen. So basically every month we sit down, we plan our month ahead, and we have the ground on where we are gonna work on. Like, what do I want to do next month that is my priority to advance my business? Let's say I have a new shop release, which I do on April 16th. I set that date down on my calendar, and then I work backwards. I know what I have to do the weeks before or even the month before in order to make things happen. So I set down reels, and I sit down and I write which reels I want to make for the shop update, journal videos I want to put out, even the studio vlogs, when do I want to release them, things like that. And then you work backwards, because you basically start by setting the date, and then you kind of come back and see, when do I need to have this content filmed, when do I have to have it edited, when do I have to have it scheduled. So that's honestly the only way I've been able to get things done. And even now I'm still missing a few videos and still having to adjust to life and what comes on. I was working last weekend, so I couldn't have my studio vlog out. That's fine, like that happens, and I am acknowledging right here that even when you monthly plan, even when you exhaustively lay your groundwork a month ahead, it's like more than okay if you don't do it, if you end up not having the mental capacity for it. I've been there, I think we've all been there these days. I think we can all acknowledge that. But that being said, monthly planning and doing the social media planning embedded in that monthly plan has been key for me, for sure, for this first quarter. And then another thing that changed since last year, and this might be a given for other small shops out there, but it was not for me. It was planning my shop updates. So before, I would like have an idea, and even last year it's very easy to understand how things have changed for me. Last year I did 2 shop releases, one during spring and one during Halloween season, and then I kind of refreshed my Christmas products, but it was very late in the game. So comparing that to the first quarter, where I have already released one Valentine's collection and everything is ready as of March 31st for my launch on April 16th, it's clear that things have changed. So now, instead of just mindlessly designing new products, last year I designed 2 washi tapes, which I absolutely love. I mean, don't get me wrong, the designs are still lovely, but they're just not planned as they are this year. So let's kind of break it down. Last year I was just designing them when I had the time, and also my life didn't allow me to sit down for a day and design products, unfortunately. But I would just at the end of the day sit down and design a few good things, a few sticker ideas that I had and things like that. And then after like, I don't know, 4 weeks or something of just scribbling and sketching and perfecting the designs, I would print the stickers at home. So I had that freedom, let's say. I could have the designs ready in like a day if I wanted them to be. And then I also sent the designs for the washies, which is what takes longer. But I just went with the flow, you know, when things were ready, things were ready. And yeah, that's how I worked last year. It was very loose, it was very goofy, it was very unplanned. This year, I also have designs that I made last year from my sketchbooks and from like just my iPad and sit-down sessions that I had with myself, that this year I was putting together into products. So that's also one thing, like I had a backlog of product designs that I could make happen for the sticker sheets and the die cuts that I'm releasing this year. But the main thing is I now do shop update. What's the name for this? I do a document on Word. It's very simple. I can show you. Let me grab it. So I make a document on Word, and I put every product that I want to release for the next collection. And this, of course, is after. Not every product has to be designed, but at least the groundwork has to be there. Like for example, here I had this print that I really loved and it was blooming, so it was spring appropriate. And then I didn't have all the stickers laid out, like only this one and this one. But this one was just a random idea that I have for a calligraphy sticker. So I don't necessarily have to have the product designed, but I have the idea. So I just put it down. I put the print, the sticker, journal cards that I'm actually not gonna release with this collection, but I think I'm gonna leave that for summer. And then the print and stickers, which ended up actually changing. And then more die cuts, this one and these two. I wanted to incorporate something from the sticker sheets. So this is one sheet, this is one sheet. And then I was like looking at the sheets and I was like, how can I make a die cut from this so that the collection kind of flows together? And then the tiger from my Chinese New Year design for some cuteness. And then I print them at home as much as possible. So this was for the Valentine's, but I print the prints that I want to make and the stickers at home and cut them with my Cricut just to test them and see the collection in front of me. Like, I have all the stickers, all the prints. Of course, I don't have the washies. I can print the washies in paper, but I don't have the actual tape. But does this collection work together? I see, okay, the designs are ready. If I order by the end of the week, I will have the products X, Y, and Z for next month. So then I give myself at least, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks after you have the products, just because more and more people want to have, ooh, that scared me. More and more people want to have shop reveal stuff, and you know, you kind of have to entice people on social media to be excited about your products. So yeah, wow, that was a long explanation how I planned my updates, but that's what I was doing, what I've been doing for the 2 updates that I've worked on so far for this year. And honestly, setting that date and then back planning your content in relation to that date is a key. Honestly, I think that's the smartest thing I've done this year. And then another thing, and this was also made possible from being organized and accountable from my small business group, is I was able to release new products. I finally was able to release magnets, sticky note pads, which I was stoked about. Ever since, like, I don't know, summer of last year, I've been seeing them all over Instagram and I wanted to try it out for myself. So I was really excited that I was finally able to afford them and to have them manufactured. And that's a big win. That's a big win for this 2022 first quarter. Another big win is that I was able to launch my website. It is expensive. It is more expensive than Etsy, which is free up until you... that's a whole new thing that's been eating me alive, but Etsy tends to be cheaper on a daily basis, and just at least to start out and to test your products. But I wanted something more professional. I was also building up and am building up my wholesale accounts, and I wanted to start working on a more professional portfolio. So I wanted my own website for a while, and for the first time I was like, this is a perfect time to make it happen. And honestly, it wasn't even on my bucket list at the beginning of the year, but after joining said community, I was like, this just makes sense. I have all this help. I have all these amazing people here to kind of guide me through it, and they have their own websites so they can share their experience and blah blah blah. So also I'm trying to build my email list, which is hard. I mean, I bet starting is the hardest part, but still it's been an internal struggle. But yeah, So the big win is I released my website and I was able to increase my wholesale business too. And it feels great. It feels like I have a home online, and it's trickling down a whole new bunch of opportunities too. I've been writing blog posts on there. I've been kind of growing more because of the website. Like, for example, I released my Mother's Day cards collection, and I was able to write up a nice blog post about the inspiration behind every card. And now I'm releasing my April products, and I'm able to have a home for them. If I want to make a blog post about them, I can. I am planning on a lot of like journaling content and things like that, and Mother's Day gift guides, Earth Day gift guides, things like that that I can now think about and build because I have my website. So that's pretty exciting, even though of course running a business is expensive. So final disclaimer, after sharing all this with you and sharing how happy I am about all these little things that I was able to accomplish, a final disclaimer is that I don't want anyone to feel disconnected or down because they weren't able to accomplish all this. And you might have accomplished way more. So we all stand where we are, we all have a journey, and I'm happy to chat about this more, but yeah, this is what was happening at Full Bloom & Co. And this is in no way me bragging about it. This is not even spectacular. It's just my small wins that I'm sharing with you and how I was able to make them happen. And yeah, you have a whole blog post about this on my website if you want to check out my website and what I'm doing with it. It's not, the portfolio is not huge. The amount of things I have there is not huge, but I've launched it in mid-February, and I'm so happy with what I've been working on. I finally feel like I'm giving credit to myself and to my shop and to my business, and I think that's the most important thing to do. And in terms of the next quarter plans that I have, I am due to have my second son in May, so up until May a lot of things are happening, but after that my second quarter will be a lot more chill. I'll probably still do a recap, but it will be a lot more, I've painted a bunch of stuff, which is more than fine. I'm happy that I'm gonna be spending more time painting and less time on the computer. But yeah, that's what's been going on at Full Bloom, and that's what's gonna be going on in the next few months. And I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a good thumbs up because it really helps my channel. And welcome to the Full Bloom fam. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you like this video. Check the blog post down below, and you can find me at Full Bloom & Co. on Instagram as well, and I'd love to see you there. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.